What's up, guys? Welcome back to Fatherhood Unscripted. I am Alec, your host, and today it's just going to be a solo episode. And I want to go over some things we've learned over the last couple of years and talk about some of the dads that we have met over the last couple of years and just reflect on how it's been and what this journey has been so far. Because us as dads need to speak up. We need to hear strong stories. But before we jump in, I want to talk about Bark. We are working with Bark right now. They provide smartphones, smartwatches for kids, and an app that you can put on their devices to monitor what they're seeing online. It's not a way of spying on your kids. It's a way of having a safety net and an ease when it comes to what your kids see online. If they see pornography, if they see bad words, if there's bullying in texts, you're going to get an alert on your phone just to kind of keep you updated on what's going on with your kids. So that way, if they see something online that they shouldn't be seeing, instead of being scared and being overwhelmed with all the emotions that come with certain things, you can be there to help. So if you are looking into getting your kid a phone, smartphone, or even using the app on their devices, when you check out at Bark, use code UNSCRIPTED and get 15% off. That's code UNSCRIPTED. Let's jump into the episode. So over the last couple of years, we have met some amazing people on the show. From Shawn Finnegan to Tyler McAdams to Logan and Tyson on the dad bods. There's been this one thread that keeps weaving its way through our show, and it's that dads are fighting battles that we don't talk about. But we're not meant to fight them alone. Not in silence, not in shame, not the I'm doing good or I'm doing okay. You know, I go through my list of people we've had on the show, and I think about things that Shawn said about his daughter's compassion. And I think about what Tyler said about legacy, what Logan said about being present, what Joe from Your Matter Dad said about grace. And honestly, it all comes down to one thing. Your kids don't need a perfect dad. I think we all need to hear that. Like, they just need a present one. We've talked about this so many times on the show. They need a dad who's going to keep showing up even when we're tired, even when life is hitting us sideways. And even when things happen, big events. And honestly, why has that been on my mind? Because recently I've been distracted. I do a lot of stuff at home. I work from home, like you guys know. And when my kids are around, I do feel like I'm still working. Whereas I can get everything done while they're at school and then be fully present when they're home. And I don't want to be a distracted parent. I don't want to be that parent that sits on the couch and scrolls for hours while my kids are sitting across the room just curled up because they're bored or because they feel alone. I want to remember and think about, like, what am I building? And is it going to be something that my kids are going to remember? Or they just remember dad was on his phone all the time. Dad was disconnected. Dad was never there for me. Dad never talked. And so, like, nowadays, I feel like I'm just going through the motions, like drop the kids off school, do my work, kids come home, be on my phone. Like, no. Us as dads, we need to shape our house. And when we take ownership of our growth, even in the smallest ways, our family are going to feel it. If you've been following for a while, you know DJ and I's stories. You know we've gone through some pain. We've gone through some torment. And we've pushed through it because of our kids, because of our wives, because we don't want to put that on them. And that's taking that ownership. If you have any thoughts of suicide, if you've ever thought about my kids would be better off without me, maybe I should just leave. If you're going to be that dad that's just going to walk out and start over, know that every decision that you make may look good in the moment, but the effect that it's going to have on your family is life-changing. It's going to last forever. Everyone knows my story with my dad. He was 15 when I was born. Like, that's a child. So, of course, he's not going to be around much. And I love my dad to death. But that was a choice. And as I got older, we had time together, but we never had that full connection that I would have wanted as a son. And I just don't want that to happen with my children. If you're listening to this, I don't want that to happen with your children. We'd say it all the time on the show. Presence matters. And you could sit there with your phone or with your kids and watch a movie. You could sit there with your kids and play a board game. But the only thing they care about is if dad was there, if mom was there. At the end of the day, that's the only thing that matters, is your presence. It doesn't matter how much money you have in your bank account. It doesn't matter how cool your car is. It doesn't matter what video game systems you have in your house. The only thing that matters is your kids know that you're there, and that if anything happens in their lives and your lives, they can count on dad. And also, if you've been listening to the show, you know that we are a faith podcast. We believe in God. I let God run my house. I pray with my kids every night. We go to church every Sunday. My kids are singing worship songs in the quiet times when they're by themselves. And I want you to know God works in the gaps. Purpose still shows up even when your plans are going to fall apart, and your kids are going to see you doing the best. And my belief, as long as you are focused on the Father, your kids will have an amazing father. This is going to be a shorter episode. I just wanted to take an episode to reflect and to just think about everything that we've learned on this show. And I hope this episode has helped a little bit today. And I just want you to know, I love you guys. DJ loves you guys. If you guys ever need anything, we've said this before, reach out to us on Instagram. We have our personals on there. Let us know what's going on. And this show is for dads. I think we've gotten away from that. We've gotten into, we want to talk to this cool person. We want to talk to this cool guest. We want to talk to dads. So if you have a story, if you have something you want to share, message us on Instagram, and I would love to either get you on the show or share a message from you guys. Share your words and to other dads. That's all we want to do with this show is we want to grow. We want to make our community of dads. We want to build stronger dads. So that way we're not afraid to say anything other than I'm good. And we get past that and we can start building stronger connections with our wives, stronger connections with our kids, because that's all that matters at the end of the day. So if you got anything from this episode, guys, please like, subscribe, all the things. If you're listening on Amazon or Spotify, please rate the show. It makes a whole world of difference. It helps our message get out further to more dads. And like I said, if you miss DJ, I miss DJ too. I'm going to talk about him every episode. He'll be back eventually. But I hope you guys all have an amazing week. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.